very shortly. And I will but I want a son. He looks mercy on them. Let me short while monitoring. And Elijah said unto him, I will not leave thee. Prophet. So that will become 7. And stood. Went to Jordan. But they seemed to know something was going to happen. They seemed to know it's something about Jordan. These sons beyond Jericho. As they crossed, see it. So, few days, few weeks, and he decided to stop following diligently. You travel from Gilgal to Bethel. You move beyond Bethel to Jericho. You have stayed at Jericho for a long time. You are not even thinking of leaving Jericho until this time, when the message of the soon coming of Jesus is rising and is becoming well pronounced among us. And then you decided that, look, I have to travel beyond Jericho. But why will you stop very close to Jordan? So why will you have been so faithful to the Lord, and it's just few days to your marriage, and you're being in this courtship, you have kept the bed undefiled, unstained, untainted, and just few days before your marriage, you decided to stop. Your consecration, you decide to stop your holiness, you decide to stop your righteousness. How does it make sense? How? If I definitely know. May God help. So what stopped men that truncated their... Why look, a spectator, the job of a prophet. When my mother, of blessed memory, was alive, and this works, and every time she wanted to warn me to take it easy, she felt I was running too much, I was driving myself too hard, and then she would sing for me. Always warning me to take. I knew so much ground that therefore start. So, but leave that. It's not a matter now. The matter here is, so what are those things? Now, in a life as a man who embodied 2 personalities, I saw one, the personality of those who follow to the end and they are rewarded. So you notice that he crossed Jordan. I will talk about it when it's time. He followed Elijah through until Jordan, and when Jordan opened, he was not scared to enter Jordan with his master, as if to say, I inside this Jordan, so be it for me. I left everything to follow you, not to follow you just by following you. It's to follow you to possess something. I must be rewarded. My leaving the business that I left must show in my life. I must have something to show for following you for these years. So I saw him as a man who embodies one person who followed through to the end and is rewarded. My prayer is that you will follow to the end. I will also follow to the end. And we into the other side of Jordan, as the Lord is making us to cross, this time around signifying an end of, he crossed Jordan as though crossing into the promised land, obtained power, and then he came back to where he left to begin a ministry, a dimension they've never seen before. So I I imagine in my head our story, and the same place where you have fished and you caught nothing, that this time around you will catch something. Can I hear a very good amen? Those who look down on you, those who felt you don't have anything, they will come to bow at your feet. But that brought Elijah to that point. I have about 5 points here to push, and then we'll pray. We'll be praying about those points. Now, first thing I noticed was that these sons of the prophet, either at Bethel or Jericho, and the 50 of them a little bit beyond Jericho, something was common among all of them. They lost the focus of their call. They were called sons of the prophet, meaning that they were people produced by the prophet. And they will not be true sons of the prophet when the spirit of that prophet is not in them. Elisha understood that. So he pursued Elijah from Gilgal to Bethel, from Bethel to Jericho, from Jericho to Jordan, and beyond Jordan. He knew why he dropped his business to follow Elijah. Coming back, I have reason to believe him, because I've read prophecy in the Bible that talked about his birth and he was born. I've read prophecy about his death, he died. I had read prophecy about his resurrection, he rose. I had read prophecy about the fact that he will go to heaven, and he went to heaven. And so, if those ones happened, it means this also will happen. So your first prayer, my first prayer tonight, is that, Lord, oh, that I will not lose the focus of my call. I'm called to follow Jesus, the master, to the end. Má jẹ́ kú sójú ọ̀nà bí èéfín. Má jẹ́ gba èrè ìtìjú. Èrè náà ni, ṣùgbọ́n èrè tó máa ń tini lójú. The Lord, when the trumpet shall sound, oh, that I will not have lost the focus of my being a Christian. I will not have lost the reason for repenting of my sin. I will not have lost the reason for being a child of God. Father, I beg you that I will follow through. I will follow to the end. Would you like to pray like that now? Would you like to pray? Would you like to pray? Would you like to pray? Speak to the Lord on your behalf. I'm not asking you to even pray for me now. For yourself. The Lord, oh, that I will not lose the focus of my call. I will not say it is enough at Bethel. I will not say it is enough at Jericho. I will not say it is enough a little bit beyond Jericho. I will not even say it is enough at Jordan. I will travel across Jordan, and beyond Jordan, I will be able to receive my reward. Lord, I beg you that I will not get tired. In a single day, this man depended upon the strength of his master to travel. Maybe he had not eaten the kind of food Elijah ate, so that he can cover Gilgal, from Gilgal to Bethel, from Bethel to Jericho, from Jericho to Jordan, and beyond Jordan in one single day. But he will never be tired, because what he's pursuing he has not received.